Hello everyone, welcome back to Everyday Shed. I'm Carlos, and today we're gonna be releveling and resetting an old shed. This is pretty common if you own a shed to have it moved to a new location, or if you purchase a new shed and you have it delivered over to your yard. I'm going to show you some cool tips and tricks to get that shed perfectly level so your windows are operational and your doors are closing and opening perfectly. And the first tip is to check your skids, which are also called runners. Make sure they're solid and not rotten. In my case, as I was moving the shed, one of the skids came loose, and that is either because it was poorly installed or the wood has started to rot. I pulled the skid out from underneath the shed to check if it was still in good shape. This is the perfect time to replace if it looks rotten. In my case, it was still solid, so I reused it. And the next tip is to figure out the highest corner of the shed before you start leveling anything. For me, it's this front left side. I'm going to lift the shed right here so we can start leveling the front first. To lift the shed, I'm using a trailer jack I got from Harbor Freight, and I had my mechanic weld some brackets together, turning into a shed lifting tool. But you can also use a bottle jack or even a car jack. Just make sure to put some blocking underneath so the jack doesn't sink into the ground while you lift it. And don't forget to slide a safety block underneath the shed while it's lifted. That way, if the jack slips or gives out, there's something solid for the shed to rest on. Another tip is to clear out any grass, plants, or any vegetation that's under the shed, specifically where the footings will go. Once it's clean, we're gonna add a good layer of paver base and pack it down so we can have a solid foundation to start on. And now on this first spot, I'm placing a 4x8 by 16-inch concrete block, which is gonna support the shed. And once you have the first location set, we'll move on to the second one. And you keep going around the whole shed one location at a time. I personally like to do the outsides first and then move and work on the inside placements. But the problem comes getting that shed fine-tuned to where it's perfectly level across. And to do that, I use these adjustable pedestals. They are very handy and makes leveling the shed super easy. These pedestals can hold up to 1700 pounds each, and they adjust an inch and a quarter all the way up to 2¼ inches in height. Once I set the level where I want, I'll adjust the pedestal underneath and raise it up until it fits snug against the skid. And once you set the two front corners, it's time to move to the back. And just to show you how easy this is, here's a time lapse of the whole process. First, you clean the area, add some paver base, make sure it's level, then you compact it using a block or a block itself. After that, you place a 4x8 concrete block, and if that gives you the height you need, you're good. If not, you keep adding more. And if you like me and you wanted a perfect level shed, you can adjust the final touches using a pedestal. Double check the level again, and there you have it, your footing is installed. Now we are at the last corner, but this time I want to show you a different approach. These pedestals do come with extenders, so if you run out of blocks or you don't want to use blocks because they're too heavy, too bulky, you got another option. They're still rated for 1700 pounds, and for this spot I'm gonna use a 2-inch extender. You just slide it into the pedestal and then you adjust the top, setting the height. And just like before, lifting the shed as needed, adjusting and making sure it's level along with the pedestals. And with that, the leveling is done. And once you have all four corners footers installed, your shed should be pretty close to level. The last steps is to fill in the space between the corners with more footers. In my case, I do have a third skid running right in the center of the shed. So I'm gonna add a pedestal right there. These pedestals can also be installed directly to the ground, which makes this quick and easy. And one of the best things about the pedestal is the ability to fit in tight spaces, such as the front of the shed right here. Without them, you're gonna have to place your shed on top of lumbers, shingles, and that lumber directly contact with the ground is not a good solution. And if you like to get your hands on some of these pedestals, there's a link in the description that will take you to our everydayshed.com store and also a QR code right here on the screen. And here's a tip that comes actually from our floor design guide, is that a shed this size needs at least 4 footers on the front, 4 in the center, and 4 in the back. But in my case, I can't really reach underneath the shed placing those 2 center footers, so I'm gonna go without them. And let me know down in the comments if you are in my shoes. Would you crawl underneath the shed and try to install those 2 center footers, or just live without them? And if you're interested on downloading that free floor design guide that we have, which not only has information on how many footers, but all kinds of information related to the floor so you can get the right design and build the right floor for your shed, check the link in the description or this QR code right here. And now that I moved this shed out of the way, I can go back working on my shed building business with ample space on the yard, and that's all thanks to Jobber. Jobber is a great tool if you're starting out your own business or if you want to grow it to the next level. With Jobber, I can actually create coats right on top of the roof of a shed, or even if I'm at Home Depot buying material. And the best part is actually getting paid. With Jobber, you can accept pretty much any payment method: credit card, debit card, tap to pay, and even finance. That's gonna take your business to the next level. So whether you are in the shed building business or run your own service business, Jobber is worth a try. Check the link in the description or the QR code right here on the screen so you can get 20% off your first 6 months. And with the shed out of the way and leveled, ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and build the ramp. If you wanna check out how to build the ramp with an easy kit that requires no math, super easy install, there's a video for you right here. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.